Hello, hello. It is your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. I haven't done one of these in a while. Normally, I have been doing a lot of recorded reaction videos, pre-recorded, but wanted to do this one because I think a lot of people have been super hyped about this record, and I've kind of been out of the loop. So excited to get into this album. This is Knocked Loose, their new release called "You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to." I know this one has been heavily hyped up, and I would hope for good reason. But I again have not listened to it. This is brand new to me. I didn't even listen to any of the singles either, so I'm excited to jump into this. Ron, thank you for joining. Much love. Been covering, if people know me, I've been covering a lot more K-pop stuff as of recently. But I still love heavy music. I still listen to it a lot. I plan on doing more reviews and such, but this one came out literally today, so I didn't have time to sit down and review it. So I feel like just gonna do the live playthrough. We're gonna listen to the whole thing, and hopefully, if you haven't listened to the record or haven't purchased it, go pick it up. I Knock Loose is on their biggest tour I think I've seen, and they're also going to be going out with Slipknot later in the year. So I wanted to give this one a listen live because I feel like it's going to be fun. So come join me if you do like metal music, because this is certainly the most metallic of metal music. So if you join me for the K-pop stuff, I apologize in advance because this is very aggressive music, which is fine. Hey, whatever, I like it all. But either way, we're going to get into the first track, which is Thirst. As I mentioned, have not listened to any of these songs, so this is brand new, going into it blind. So let's get into Thirst, and everyone just let me know if volume levels are good or not, because I'm going to have to find out. So let's give it a listen. I think it should be fine, though. Oh my god! God! This is absolutely relentless already. Oh. Oh god. Oh. Oh my god. All right. That was Thirst. A minute and 46 seconds long. And my god, they gave me quite the introduction. I will say that I was never the biggest fan of Knock Loose, and that's not to diss on them by any stretch, and I'm not trying to come across as a poser, because I do like their music now, but there was a long stretch of time where I didn't enjoy it. I don't know, just something that just didn't click with me. And then I listened to Terror in the Fabric of Life, and that all changed. I wind up going down the rabbit hole a little bit further, and really enjoyed what they had been putting out. Enjoyed the two singles that they put out, because they're actually not on this record, which kind of surprised me a little bit. Two singles from their, like, I think they did like a singles EP kind of a thing. But yeah, I've kind of been keeping up, and I knew this album was coming out. Just for whatever reason, I just never got around to listening to it. Obviously, wanted to do this live, as I mentioned before, but yeah, this is blistering. I think one of my friends that I saw, shout outs to Jose, he kind of said that this album is like if A24 was an extremely heavy metal band, and I didn't get the context because obviously, I'm not really as familiar with A24, but I feel like, in terms of like the scary factor, definitely this is a jarring jarring song and jarring album so far. And we are at the very precipice of this album. So, but yeah, I like this. Great song to start off the record with. If you didn't know anything about Knock Loose, this is arguably a really good introduction to what the group brings. Brian's has got such a gnarly scream tone that I really like, but I also appreciate their drummer. He's got a really great ability to kind of move across the drum, the different types of drums patterns here. Definitely a lot of like blast beat sections, but there's also some cool like spatial awareness in this as well. So really enjoyed that aspect of it. But yeah, really blistering track. I think again, perfect way to start off the album. So we are gonna move into the second track, which is Piece by Piece. So definitely excited to get into the next longest track that we've listened to. All of these songs are kind of in the 2.5 minute, 3 minute mark, which is like I think a perfect like threshold. So all right, we'll get into Piece by Piece and see what's good. So let's jump into that one. Oh my god. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, these riffs are so tight. Cool. Oh my god. I like that descending riff. That was super tight. I like the like feedback really tight. Okay, cool. All right. The next one is Suffocate with Poppy. We'll get into that one in just a second. If you are new here, we just got through track number 2, Piece by Piece, from Knock Loose. You won't go before you're supposed to. If you have not checked out the album, I'm going to be going through the whole thing. Yeah, I would agree, Ron. Definitely has a Harm's Way type, really like I'm trying to think of the word to describe it. I haven't done a live one of these in quite a bit, so if I am a little rusty, that's probably why. But it does have like this bitey sort of tone to it that I really like. And I think I don't know if they went to the same producer that they went to last time. I would be very curious to see if they did. I'm almost positive this album was done by Drew Folk. So I don't know if their previous releases or previous songs that they've done have also been with Drew Folk. Be curious to take a look at that. Maybe I'll go check that out later. But yeah, I really enjoyed this song as well. Like the kind of like bitier sort of riffs. I felt like Thirst was, the perfect starting point for the record, and Piece by Piece is kind of like the answer to that. I wanted something a little bit longer, something to mold over a little bit more, and I felt like this song definitely has that sort of vibe to it. Definitely appreciate the kind of different rhythm changes of the song. There was a really cool kind of like switch up moments, especially more so in like the breakdown kind of bridge sections of the song. Thought they were really interesting, really fun. I think it keeps the song very fluid and continues on with their vibe, which is just like, again, that sort of dry snare with like a lot of reverb on it. I was pretty surprised that they went for that sort of tone. It almost kind of feels like a little snare bomby in that sort of way. I know a lot of like heavier artists kind of tend to use that a lot, especially more so in the live setting. Just kind of have a more accentuated sort of breakdown portion of the song. So I definitely feel like they're enlisting that, certainly. But yeah, I enjoyed the riffs. I've always kind of really enjoyed the way that they've gone about like breakdowns and sections of songs. I think this is a very good, again, representation of that. I think Brian's, again, got such a great tone to the way that he screams, and I think he cuts through the song super well, where, again, the instrumentation, the way that the songs are kind of mixed and mastered together, really surprised at how well he kind of works his way through in these songs. So really enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, I think this song was very interesting. I always find that whenever I do these like live videos, I always want to go and listen to these albums a little bit more deeper. That's why I'm kind of doing a little bit of live / like reviewing here and there, just to kind of get my chops up a little bit. But yeah, I thought this one was really solid. Definitely another aggressive track. If you've been keeping it locked on Knock Loose as of recently, then I feel like you would know no different. But if you are new and you haven't heard of this group, then you should definitely be checking them out, certainly. So very excited to get into this next one. I know this one has been a highly talked about song with a highly talked about feature. Poppy, she has kind of done a smattering of different genres at this point, but very interesting collab. I did see her come up on, again, I had seen a ton of people post about this song when it first released, and just was really surprised at kind of the combination or how it came to be. I think I'm more curious of how this collab wind up happening, just because I know Poppy is no stranger to heavy music, but I am curious as to if Knock Loose reached out to her to do a feature, or if she wanted to do a feature on the song. If someone has any sort of article or something interesting in regards to how that happened, would love to know. I think that would be really interesting. But either way, this is one of the singles. This one is Suffocate, and this one features Poppy. So let's get into it. Like this beginning. Suffocate! Ooh. Nice. Little punk riff. Little blast beat section. Nice. Ooh. The way they mixed that was crazy. Oh, is this Poppy? Ooh. This is crazy. Let's go.
I long for separation. Every breath tries hard to escape. You're running yourself around. Have you found your grave? Suffocate!
Is this like a reggaeton beat? Oh my god. She sounds like a banshee. God, holy shit. Fuck. Alright, I gotta stop this. Anyway, this was track 3, Suffocate. This one features Poppy. Oh my god. The use of dissonance in this track is outrageous. Love it, love it. Big salutes, big salutes. This one was very surprising. I think this one is probably arguably a good reason why they chose this as a single. As you can tell on the screen, it has a lot of plays, which means good things, you know. But it's also one of the singles, so I feel like, you know, take it for what you will. But I really enjoyed this song a lot. I was a little, I want to say skeptical because that's not the right word, but I was a little curious to see what Poppy was gonna do. As I mentioned, I do know that Poppy has done metal stuff. So I am not overly concerned that she couldn't do it because I knew she could. But her inclusion in the song was really great. Enjoyed this a lot. I love her like her tonality in her screaming. I don't feel like it took away from what Brian does screaming wise, but I also feel like it kind of blended super well. So I do like those elements. She definitely has like a really high like vocal like fry kind of tonality to her scream. It's very like, as I mentioned, very kind of like a banshee-esque, and that's not a diss to her screaming, but I do think it's very complimentary to what Brian does, I think. I was kind of surprised she didn't do singing, which I know she has done in like some of her heavier material, so that was a little bit interesting. It was definitely a musical choice, and I appreciate that. Would have liked some. I think it would have been really interesting to kind of have like almost like a real kind of like vocal ominence to it. I think that would have made it really interesting. She kind of does a little bit of talking parts, so I think that's I think that's kind of finding that middle point between what she's doing. But enjoyed that a lot. As well as that, I think this breakdown was wild. I like the kind of almost like a reggaeton-esque sort of drum beat that it has going on. I thought that was really interesting. And then that last breakdown was just a cool way to kind of slide the dissonance up and down the guitar neck. Really enjoyed that a lot. And I think this is a great song. I would imagine this is probably going to be amongst one of my favorites to end the rest of this album off with. But yeah, it was really, really, really cool. And I think they play with this sort of like dark sound that I think that they picked up within the Tearing the Fabric of Life. I couldn't remember it, but now I got it. They picked off that sort of ominous tone, and I've always liked that they've kind of continued on with that. I think this is a really good representation of that, and still continuing on with their original sound and what they do well. So, really like that. I will agree with Ron. Yeah, the spoken word like before a breakdown is always a classic trope, I think, in metalcore. But I like it. You know, people can say what they want about it, but I enjoy it. So, but yeah, this one was great. I think this is again a well talked about song, I would argue. And definitely a unique feature. I'd be curious again to see how she wind up coming on this song. But as well as that, I'd be curious to see. I know Chris Motionless, which is the other feature on this album. I know that they did Slaughterhouse on the newest Motionless in White album, so it makes sense that he would feature on a Knock Loose track, which is really nice. This next one is another single, I believe. This one is Don't Reach For Me. This is another single that I hadn't heard, but I am excited to listen to it. So let's get into track 4, Don't Reach For Me. Alex, let me know what your favorites are. Oh, the drumming on this is wild. I like this chorus. I like that little stutter. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Oh, that was clean. Oh, what a nice transition. Oh, we're getting a gnarly ass breakdown. Let's go! Oh, that was fat. That was so good. Oh my god. All right, that was track 4. Don't reach for me. Oh man, this one was probably my favorite one so far. I love this song. I think they were able to kind of bring new elements and keep it fun. You know, this song is a load of fun, and hits like an absolute truck. So, really enjoyed this. The part I probably enjoyed the most was like the second verse, I guess, per se. I'm trying to think because it was first verse, chorus, first verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then it was second verse, pre-chorus, chorus, breakdown, and then last chorus, if I have the structure correct. I really like the second verse. It has this, as Ron mentioned in chat, has this kind of industrial sort of vibe, very akin to Code Orange. I would agree with that. I also like their kind of usage of like dissonance as well. The way that the guitar is kind of played out, it definitely is playing with a lot of dissonant chordage, but also at the same point, the way that the song, or at least the tonality of the guitar, is like more like in a clean tone, with like, again, a little bit of like reverb and stuff, which I liked. It was a nice juxtaposition to verse 1. As well as I enjoyed that it was mostly bass and drum heavy, and I think the rhythm section really shone super strongly in that section of the song. But I also really kind of enjoyed the like more drawn out nature of the choruses. I thought those were really cool. I love that they were kind of able to stretch these chords out and have it feel like a little bit more monumental. So definitely enjoyed that aspect of it. And to not only get one breakdown, but to get like 2 breakdowns in one song. Listen, your boy loves that sort of stuff. So to me, I really enjoyed it. And it kind of, again, I'm definitely on the same page with Ron tonight. But I love the kind of juxtaposition that it kind of brings you into the song and then hits you with a breakdown and then kind of takes you out a little bit and then brings you back in. There's just this ebb and flow of the song that really is, really keeps the song interesting and the song structure really fun. So, really enjoyed this a lot. And I would hope that this song is going to be amongst probably my favorites as well. The singles have been really great, and I'm glad that I waited and not checking them out to check them out live. So I will eventually check out some more albums live. I love doing the reviews, and that was my bread and butter for a long time. The live stuff was more current, so maybe I'll do more of these, Ron. Just let me know if there's an album you want to see me react to live that's coming up in the rest of this year, and I'll try to keep it on the mind, you know. So, but yeah, this was a great one. If this is amongst people's favorite songs on the album, I'd be very surprised because I think it is really well written, and I think juxtaposed to some of the other songs that we've heard so far, this one, in terms of structure and tonality, I think sticks out amongst the rest so far. So we still got a good 6 songs left to listen to. So I don't want to bite my tongue, but definitely we'll be doing hopefully getting more into some of these interesting songs. Modern Color, yeah, I actually have an interview with Modern Color from many moons ago. But yeah, I love Modern Color. Shout outs to them, they're great. I am gonna definitely be checking that out. Hopefully, fingers crossed soon. Let me know when it comes out. I'll take a listen. But anyway, we're going to move it on to track 5, which is Moss Covers All. This is a literal 45-second song. So if this isn't just absolute chaos, then I'll be very surprised. So just give it a listen. Oh my God. Oh my God! Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna pause because that sounded ridiculous, and I think in context I should have probably just played through, but I have to talk about it for just a second. Enjoyed this one, short but sweet, and we love a short but sweet song. But I think it does lead into this "Take Me Home," which is track 6, very well. I loved the like really kind of again their usage of like minor and dissonant chords is always really fun to me. I'll have to go chart it out or find what type of dissonant chords they're using. I would imagine a lot of it is just like the typical dissonant chords that a lot of groups use. But enjoy this one. I don't think there's really too much to talk about. If you like a short and sweet, heavy one, then you get a good vibe. I love the ominous tones that the guitars bring in this track. I think that is really fun. Adds this like level of darkness to the track that I just think they do really well. So it's keeping with theme, and I love that. I think I'm almost positive their guitar player does like the low screaming in some of the knock loose stuff, especially I know live specifically, but I don't know if they do it in the recordings. I would assume so, but if someone wants to correct me, let me know, but I'm pretty positive on that. I want to say I'm like 95% sure. But yeah, really enjoyed that element of it. He's got a great screaming tone, and when they combine together, they have such a great like high mids, really sick. So definitely love that. Isaac does it. Shout outs to Isaac. Big salutes to the man. I love that kind of contrast. I love when you get a good like high vocal screaming tone mixed with like a low. It just that harmony just really works out super well. So and it also adds that level of dissonance in the track too. So definitely a good one. Again, a very quick one, and I think again we're gonna get into "Take Me Home" right now because I feel like I gotta continue on with the thought process and train here. So let's get into "Take Me Home." Oh, I like this like little snare hit. Cool. Okay. Like the tom rolls. Okay. Ooh, okay. Interesting, like drum tones. Like shakers. Oh. Oh no. Oh, there's gotta be a crazy breakdown. Wow, interesting, huh? Wow, what a way to oh my god, what a tease. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, this was track 6, "Take Me Home," from the album "You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to" from Knock Loose. If you're just tuning in, thank you for joining. Much love to you. This one was fun. Very interesting. I think the use of the drum kit was very fun in the song. I like the especially in that verse 2 section, there was some cool there's like a cool tom fill, like the way that their drummer went about the tom work. Really, really cool. I also really enjoyed the usage of there were some shakers. There were some unique sort of unique world tones that were used in this song that I thought were really interesting. Like a lot of instruments you would typically hear in world type music. I thought that was cool. Definitely something unique, something different. Keeps the track interesting, keeps it fun. I was really surprised that they were building up to this breakdown section of the song, or at least I felt like they were, and then just kind of subvert your expectations in that last bit section. I thought that was really interesting. It felt like almost like a little bit of musical stimuli in that way, where it's just you can hear a lot of white noise, you can hear a lot of crushing tones towards the end of the song, and I just thought for sure they were just gonna cut it all out and then hit you with just a monstrous breakdown. I think that would have been really tight, but I actually appreciate the fact that they didn't do that, because I think if anything it probably sets off this next track, Slaughterhouse 2 featuring Chris Motionless, really well. So I'm kind of mixed on it, but I think if I give this album a little bit more listens, I probably will come around to it. I can almost inherently sort of feel those sorts of emotions about it. But yeah, I thought this was really nice. Again, the use of drumming in this song, I think, was what really interested me the most about this one. But I also really kind of enjoyed the way that the guitars and bass kind of dance around this song. Really interesting. Really unique. I think this is definitely going to be kind of a Black Sheep song in terms of the record, just because it feels a little bit odd. It feels a little different, but still feels well in the camp of Knock Loose. So definitely unique, very interesting. Be curious to see what Slaughterhouse 2 it sounds like with Chris Motionless. I'm very excited to give that a listen, certainly. But just to get into some comments here, Isaac does do vocals, and then he's also in a band called Inclination, which is also a really good band. I had no idea he was in both. So very, very cool. Shout outs to Isaac. Much love. Alex answered me on his favorites, which are Suffocate, Slaughterhouse, Blinding Faith, and Sit and Mourn so far. So very excited. I think all of those I really enjoyed. Suffocate I enjoyed a lot. I'm excited to get into Slaughterhouse. I know this one has been one that has been highly talked about in terms of the songs that I've seen a lot of people post about since this album came out. So very excited to get into Slaughterhouse 2. Let's give this one a spin and see what's up. Oh! Ooh. Everybody get their two-step out. Nice blast beat section. All right. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, all right. Ooh, those layered screams. Super tight. I love this guitar riff in the chorus. So tight. Let's go. Oh my God. Ugh. Bro, holy shit. All right. That was Slaughterhouse 2 featuring Chris Motionless. If you are just joining, this is off their Knock Loose's newest album. You won't go before you're supposed to. You can pick it up anywhere. Go buy it. Go support these dudes. They've been crushing it. Speaking about crushing things, this song makes me want to crush the world with my bare hands. I've never felt more pumped up in my entire life. No, I'm just kidding. This was a great track. I did not hear Slaughterhouse, the original, on the Motionless in White album, but I might have to go give that a listen now because I'm curious if the themes are the same or if they just wind up naming the songs the same just because obviously Brian featured on the Motionless in White track, and obviously conversely Chris is featuring on this track. I have to watch both. Be very interesting. But I do really like this song a lot. I also appreciate the fact that this song has a great feature balance. I think that Chris adds a unique vocal tone to the screaming, but also doesn't kind of cut off what I feel like Brian does really well. So definitely like the contrast of that as well. The other thing I also really appreciate as well too is like how much of this song kind of features Chris, because there's like, I would say like a good 60 or 70% of the song has Chris in it, but also again has a lot of Brian in it, and the way that they kind of harmonize together is really nice. So definitely amongst probably one of my favorites as well. I think this is probably one of the best vocal features I've heard in quite a bit as well too. Love the combination of them. Think it's super well done. And I'd be curious if they haven't played this live, I assume, yet. I know Brian has gone and done the vocal feature for Chris, but I absolutely love that they just allow Chris to just go ham and do his thing because I think he really crushed this song. As well as that, enjoyed this riff fest, especially the chorus. That was probably my favorite part of the song, just the way that this, like, the sliding kind of like very octave type riff going on. Really enjoyed that a lot. It just gave me a lot of heart and soul, and I love that. And the breakdowns in this song were monstrous, and I love that because if I ever need another good gym song to add to the playlist, this is absolutely the one to do it. Definitely going to be giving this one more of a spin as we get on further, but definitely a vibe, certainly. And if you love just a heavy, beefy track, then I think this is absolutely one you should be given a listen to if you haven't already. Blank Slate, thank you for joining. They said that the calm that keeps you awake is a standout for me aside from the singles that already dropped. Brutal, chunky ass ending. I'm very excited. As well as that, I'll have to give Chris his flowers. Oh, I did give Chris his flowers, and I think you're agreeing with me as well. So definitely love that. Interesting, Ron. I thought you would be about this song, considering that some of the other songs were up your lane. I do, again, very similarly to, I think, Don't Reach for Me. I love the kind of like the extended, sort of like more open interpretation of the choruses. I think they've done a really good job of kind of stretching them out and not seem like, you just have this insane kind of brutality all at the same time. I like that they kind of give you a little bit of a reprieve. Really, really enjoyed that. But I am very excited to get into the next one, which is The Calm That Keeps You Awake, as Blank Slate mentioned their favorite track. And just to comment on what they said in the chat, bruh, next track blew my nips off. I'm going to have to protect my nips. Hopefully they don't blow off, but we'll find out very soon. So let's get into The Calm That Keeps You Awake right now. Oh, that choral, like guitar effect. All right. Oh no, I knew what you meant, Ron. Ooh, this drum pattern's tight. A lot more like world instrumentation again. Woo! Oh, it's a filthy fest. Oh no, oh no. All I'm going to say is someone is going to die in a pit. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was so good. All right, that was The Calm That Keeps You Awake from Knock Loose. Oh, I'm going to talk about a Chunkosaurus Rex. We got one right here. This one was great. I enjoyed they're incorporating like a lot of interesting like world instrumentation, which I'm really surprised. Like I wouldn't have really expected it to kind of fit so well into the genre. But I think it works out super well. I know they did like kind of like a reggaeton sort of beat in Suffocate. And then like even Take Me Home had similar sorts of like tonalities to it. But I really enjoyed this one. I would also say a standout member, at least in terms of this song specifically. I think Isaac sounded really fantastic. Again, love his low tone. I think it meshes up really well with Brian's screaming as well, too. Just the contrast. Always love a good contrast, but man, I love the way that this song contrasts super well. Did a great job of incorporating some really cool like drum fills elements in there, but also keeping the song very forward, very fun. I also like the way that they switched up kind of that hardcore punk sort of beat, do a great job of that, but then also kind of opening it up. Their drummer is fantastic. I think he is really kind of an unsung hero in a lot of Knock Loose's tracks, but I think this song specifically, definitely some really great, fantastic drum work. So big salutes to him. Doing a great job. Blank Slate nailed it pretty well. Drummer went Phil Collins on that joint. I would agree. Definitely crushed it. And I think they always incorporate really fun stuff into their music. You know, I love kind of, again, that sort of ominous tone. I think they really that is kind of a common thread that I've noticed throughout this entire album so far, has been this kind of like overarching dark tone. Really, really excited to give it a full listen, because I definitely think there's definitely moments in this album where it would be cool to listen to it and have that sort of knowledge of knowing kind of like maybe they're all a fan of like scarier movies or something like that, and they wanted to kind of incorporate that as well. So very, very, very cool. Excited for the next song, which is going to be Blinding Faith. I want to get into some comments before I jump into that. Ron says that Brian talked in an interview about his family being a generation of musicians. Brian's grandpa was a jazz musician, and his family listened to so much random genres, a very eclectic mix of genres for sure. I would agree, and I think that keeps it fun. You know, you definitely need that sort of inventiveness in regards to metalcore music. You know, not to say that I feel like the genre's washed by any stretch. I love this music. I will die on this hill. But I love when any sort of new thing can be incorporated into it, especially if it's done well. And I think Knock Loose is considering I've been listening to this live, I've been having a great time, and I think they've really done a great job of kind of finding that nice line between the two. Blank Slate said, did everyone hear Blinding Faith, or is this a full first listen? Because you ain't heard it, stay to see that. I have not listened to Blinding Faith. This is a blind run. I have not listened to any of the songs off this album, so Blinding Faith is brand new for me as well. Blank Slate, this entire album is brand new, but more specifically this one. So let's get into Blinding Faith. I know y'all are excited, so let's see what the hype's about. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I like they switched it up. Let's go. This is fucking crazy. Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! God. Oh my God, that wallow scream at the end. Oh, I can't. Oh my God. I'm gonna need a minute. This one. Oh my Oh, if you're just tuning in, this was track 9, Blinding Faith from Knock Loose's newest album, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to. You can go pick it up. Links below. Well, after this video goes live, links will be below because I was too lazy to put the link down there. But you should go pick it up because you can pick it up anywhere. Oh boy. All right. I'm going to try to wrap my thoughts around this track in a very concise and clear way, but I don't know what to say, which is pretty rare, I think, in some cases. But, there are some songs that I feel like just shock my senses to a core, and I feel like this one is definitely one of those. Ironically enough, I feel like this actually takes me back to when I listened to A Tear in the Fabric of Life for the first time and my brain exploded. And I feel like this is the same level of brain explosiveness that my brain has felt. Somehow I put my brain back together after it was all done, and now I'm going to have to do it all over again. But really enjoyed this track. Just explosive is probably the best adjective I could use to describe this song. It starts off super, super aggressive and just does not let off the gas by any stretch. Love the screaming tones in this. There's breeze, which you love when you get a good just gnarly screaming tone. Really love that, and I think both Isaac and Brian do a great job of kind of, again, balancing each other out in this song, because this song definitely needs a little bit of a vibe check, and I think they do a really great job of kind of hitting both tonalities in a really unique way. But man, I imagine they are playing this song live. I imagine they are playing all of the singles live, but this one is going to go really, really crazy. This will go nuts live. I can almost guarantee that people will be carried out in stretchers by the Dropes. So this is crazy. Also, just like the amount of breakdowns, the amount of sensory overload that this song brings, I think I would just be standing watching this song be played with my mouth ajar. That's what's probably gonna happen to me. I'm just gonna be like this the entire time and probably get like fucking spin kicked in the face. So deserve it most likely, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if most people are just standing there just waiting, So very excited. Hopefully gonna be seeing this live. If you are coming to Philly, let me know. I will be at the Philly date most likely. So couldn't miss Loathe, another one of my favorite bands, and as well as Speed. Really love Speed. I have to listen to Show Me the Body. So if you have listened to Show Me the Body, let me know. Very cool. Shout outs. Have a great time, Blank Slate. Let me know how it was in the comments later on. Would love to hear about it. But goddamn, this one is a heater. This is definitely amongst my favorites. I'm really surprised, if anything, that they released the Blinding Faith, Don't Reach for Me, and Suffocate as singles, because they are arguably the most brutal tracks on this record. And obviously, we're gonna listen to Sit and Mourn, which is the final track. But I am curious to see as to why they chose these. I mean, I guess it makes sense in the grand scheme of things. Suffocate is like one of those odd one out, but it still works. Don't Reach for Me is kind of like a longer, more vibier sort of song, but still has that hit that Knock Loose brings. And then Blinding Faith, I feel like, is like that tried and true. If you know Knock Loose, then you know they're gonna bring a song like this. So I love this. That one's definitely going to make it onto the gym playlist. I think this whole album will probably be a gym album, 100%. I can be guaranteed of that. It's very similarly to like a Kublai Khan or a Gideon for me, or shout outs to No Cure as well. They're also great. Yeah, I'm really curious. But appreciate you stopping by Blank Slate. Hopefully you'll be checking out later. Have a great time at the show. Let me know how you fared. Would love to know. But let's get into Sit and Mourn. We're at the end of the line here, guys. So very stoked. Thank you for joining again, Blank Slate. Also, thanks Ron for joining. I know it's been a little bit since I've done a live one, so maybe I'll do some more in the up and coming future. But let's get into Sit and Mourn. Round it out, baby. Oh, okay. I hope you don't die. Wouldn't wish that on anyone. Even at an Oculus show. Very somber tone. I like this. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is cool. All right, all right. All right, let's see what's up. Something's gonna happen. I can feel it. If this isn't the most gnarly breakdown, I'll be very surprised. Okay, okay. Oh, is it just gonna end like this? There's no way. Okay, okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. They just decided to do it like that. All right. That was the final track. That was Sit and Mourn from Knock Loose off their newest album, which you can go purchase everywhere. You won't go before you're supposed to. Go pick it up if you feel so inclined to. If not, go out and see them on tour. They're going to be talking about this record for a lot of time. So go out and see them if they are hitting your city slash town in the foreseeable future. Uh, I thought this one was very interesting. I was very curious if they were going to kind of do like a gnarly breakdown, but I actually like that they didn't do that. And here's the reason why. I almost thought that it was going. I almost thought that instinctually in my head I was like, you know what? They should have like a just gnarly ass breakdown to end the album off with. But I like that they end it in this really kind of interesting, like somber-ish sort of way. I think it also probably bleeds really well into Thirst, which is the title track of this album. See, this is K-pop bleeding into my life. Not title track, the first song on the album. But I thought this was really interesting. I kind of like the more like toned down, just like kind of like the super like chug sort of riffing at the end. It's just I think it's just like open. It's just like basically palm muted, but really like that. I thought that was very interesting. I like the again that like really aggressive tone that they brought out in this. Very fun, very interesting. I also really again I want to give a shout out to their drummer. I have no idea what their name is, but he is fantastic. Really, really, really interesting. And also a really talented drum player. He is awesome. So big salutes. As well as that, I thought it was a really cool way to end it. I like the ominous sorts of tones that, again, as I mentioned, has a sort of real, weird, sort of like A24, like scary movie sort of background, sort of like soundtrack to it in a way, which I think lends itself super well into the styling as well as kind of again the ominous tone that this album has. So definitely a fun listen. And I like that they kind of ended it off in a unique way that didn't have any screaming. It just had like guitar work, it had drumming, it had all this sort of interesting stuff going on that I thought made the track and the ending of the album very, very interesting. You missed the whole dang thing, Therese. It's all good. I don't know if I'd be very curious. You should listen to this. Would have been a funny album for you to listen to. Honestly, I would have liked your pitch on this one. But either way, go check out Knock Loose if you have not. This is their newest album. This does not. I can guarantee you that this song. None of these songs have funk bass in them. This is metal. So I'm sorry. But either way. This was a great album. I think probably my favorites off this release. I probably say are Don't Reach for Me. I also really enjoyed Slaughterhouse 2. The Calm That Keeps You Awake and Blinding Faith, I think, are probably my top songs off this album. Love it. Definitely well deserved, and obviously a band that's doing some big things. So if you have the opportunity to see them on their headlining tour, go out and see them. They're probably playing a really long set, so it'd be really cool to do that. As well as that, they are also going to be opening up for Slipknot here on the Northeast for the most part. So if you are out on the Northeast, be a good time to go out and see them as well. I know that they are hitting both Philadelphia for the headlining tour, and then I think they are also going to be coming to like the Camden BB&T Pavilion type area for the Slipknot show. So go out and see them if you have the opportunity. And let me know what your favorite songs are down in the comment section below. Would love to know your thoughts on the album, and would love to kind of know just your generalized opinions of what you think this release was. I do plan on doing some more live ones, possibly tomorrow. So if you have some good suggestions, the ones that I feel like I am planning on doing at least are the new Greyhaven EP. I don't know why I didn't listen to this sooner, but I'm definitely going to do that one. Boundaries, newest album I heard was really good, so I'll definitely be doing that one. And I would also like to do the like Moss to Flames release as well, because that also came out today. So if there's any other suggestions, Ron, you seem to be more in the know on this one, so let me know if there's any albums that came out within the past like couple months that you think I should check out that I haven't. And I already know Alex and Therese joined me for the K-pop stuff, so I already know they don't have any metal suggestions for me. But yeah, very very excited. I did do a reaction to the one of the Greyhaven singles, and I will definitely be doing Greyhaven. I love those dudes so much, so that is on the plan. But yeah, Boundaries, I also heard was really great. So yeah, got a couple more that I'll plan on doing. I don't know if I'll be doing it here on YouTube, so if you want to go give me a follow on Twitch, I'll probably be doing that. Modern Color, I'll definitely be checking them out in July, so I'll have to keep posted for it. Maybe I'll check out Willow on stream. That is a complete left field pick, but I'll do it. Maybe I'll do that live on Twitch or something, because I know it would get flagged immediately here on YouTube. So follow me on Twitch. That's the best way to do this and hopefully not get flagged. But yeah, I heard there was a couple really good heavy releases, and I had to pull myself out of retirement to do those. So yeah, very excited. Boundaries is very cool. It's the same thing, Ron. It's just audioaddictionmedia on Twitch. So very very cool. Now I'll do Willow, Therese. I'll be like Metalhead reacts to Willow, and then do one of those. But yeah, very excited. I'd like to do more review type things, but I know those take up a lot of time, and then unfortunately, if I get them early, then I'll probably wind up doing reviews. But if I can't do them, this is what you'll get instead. So that's kind of the best of both worlds. It feeds both the need to write a long ass review and talk about it for like an hour, or I can do these live things and just go off the dome. So if you enjoy content in any case, you'll be getting it all. So very very excited. But yeah, keep posted. Be doing a ton more streaming hopefully soon. And if you do happen to both like metal and K-pop, well, you're in luck, because I do both of those things. So check those out. Would love to have you for either one. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to go to bed probably or something, chill out. But thank you for joining. Ron, thank you for joining me in chat. Therese, Alex, thank you for joining me in chat. And then as well as Blank Slate, hopefully you don't die at the Knock Loose show tonight, so you can come join us for more live streams. But thank you for watching. Let me know what your favorite Knock Loose tracks are on the record, and if you want to come join me tomorrow for Twitch, come hang out. Would love to see you in chat tomorrow over on Twitch, because I'll be able to do it better over there. So thank you, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See you later.